Hello everyone, my name is Rohit Singhal and we are today going to start a new chapter of class 11th, that is redox reactions. First we will study what are redox reactions, different types of redox reactions, then we will study some a new concept called oxidation number, and then we will proceed to the end. So, let us start this is a small chapter and we will start with first with the definition. The chapter name is redox reactions. Now, if you want to study any of the new concept, you first understand the meaning of the chapter or the topic. So, we have the thing redox reactions, we know already that what the reactions are. So, let us focus on the term redox, what the term redox means. It actually compromises of two parts, that is one is red, another one is ox. This red means reduction, and this ox means oxidation. So, what we get to know from this redox term is that redox reaction is a combination of two things, one is reduction and another is oxidation, and both are complementary to each other, that we will study in the later part of the chapter, that reduction corresponds to the oxidation and oxidation corresponds to the reduction, means both the things goes simultaneously. So, what happened when initially this term has been coined? Let us start with the term oxidation first, then we will discuss reduction and then we will combine it. So, when this term initially been termed, that is oxidation, what it meant, what it is supposed to be meant is addition of oxygen. Addition of oxygen, that means, for example, if I say you must have done an experiment, that is magnesium ribbon experiment, burning the magnesium ribbon in presence of air, that you already have done. So, taking the reaction, that reaction in mind, it is magnesium, burning of magnesium in presence of O2, it produces magnesium oxide. So, what is supposed initially, that is addition of oxygen, this oxygen has been added to magnesium, and this is therefore termed as oxidation of magnesium. Similarly, if I say another reaction, sulfur, burning of sulfur in presence of oxygen, it produces different gases SO2, SO3. So, let us say SO2 gas has been formed, this is also oxygen has been added, oxygen addition, and termed as oxidation reaction. So, this has been initially termed when the oxidation term has been proposed, that oxidation means addition of oxygen. But when we process further in our topic, the more meanings of oxidation reaction has been started to come, and such of these things are, one of the example is, we also there is a reaction, that is burning of methane. We know it produces carbon dioxide plus H2O if complete combustion. You must have already studied in this reaction, this is complete combustion. If there is incomplete combustion of methane, then it forms CO. If there is incomplete combustion, what it forms? It forms CO plus H2O, right. If we balance out this equation, so it will go 2 here and 2 here. This is a gas and this is a liquid. Now, if we carefully observe this reaction in particular, so what you will see that yes, the addition of oxygen to methane, this has been the case here. Plus one also thing is removal of hydrogen. This methane molecule this methane molecule not only has accepted the oxygen and formed carbon dioxide, but it also has removed hydrogen from this, and this has been an oxidation reaction. So, till now we have the definition of oxidation reaction to be addition of oxygen. Now, we get to see that removal of hydrogen is also an oxidation reaction. So, oxidation reaction, what we get to know here is that addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. That means, if any one of the case is happening, that means, if either oxygen has been added to the reaction or the hydrogen has been removed, this for now till now we will term it as oxidation reaction. One more such example can be the reaction of H2S gas in presence of O2, it forms sulfur plus H2O, right. And this again been, this hydrogen has been removal of hydrogen. So, this is an oxidation reaction. So, this has been termed as oxidation reaction. Okay. So, what we have studied till now, that we have studied with the thing redox. Now, what redox is? Redox is comprised of two things, one is reduction, another is oxidation. We started with the thing oxidation. What oxidation is initially supposed to be? It means addition of oxygen. We see the examples of magnesium reacting with the oxygen gas, we see the example of sulfur reacting with the oxygen gas, and we see that the oxygen has been added. So, this has been the oxidation reaction. Further, as our knowledge further grew, we see the examples of methane burning in presence of oxygen, that we see that oxygen has been added, yes, but also there is a removal of hydrogen. Similarly, there been the case of the hydrogen sulfide reaction with oxygen. So, we have come to the thing till now is removal of hydrogen or addition of oxygen has been the oxidation reaction. But as soon as our further knowledge in this thing grew up, there comes a certain new reactions or certain new things, that is, one of the example is, if I react magnesium with an electronegative atom, let us say fluorine, it forms magnesium fluoride, okay. That is solid. Okay. Now, what they say is this magnesium, let us say in presence of Cl2 will form MgCl2, and this has also been termed as oxidation reaction. Oxidation reaction. Now, you must be wondering that there is no addition of oxygen here, there is no removal of hydrogen here. So, why this is an oxidation reaction? This is because there has been an addition of electronegative atom. There has been addition of electronegative atom. Similarly, I say magnesium plus sulfur can also be an electronegative atom, Mgs. Okay. So, this addition of electronegative atom has also been considered as the oxidation reaction. So, finally, what we get, the definition of oxidation reaction is, the definition, if someone asks you that what is oxidation reaction, you will say either it is addition of oxygen, or it is removal of hydrogen, or I will say addition of oxygen. Here also, here only you can say addition of oxygen or addition of electronegative atom, because oxygen itself is an electronegative atom. Electronegative atom, you know, halides are the electronegative atom, oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen, these are the electronegative atoms. Okay. So, this has been termed as the electronegative atom. Similarly, I say removal of hydrogen, hydrogen is an electropositive atom. Similarly, removal of electropositive atom, Now, how this removal of electropositive atom is, one example is this is one of the complex called potassium ferrocyanate. Okay. So, this in reaction with H2O2 gives you K3 FeCN6 plus 2 KOA plus, I am not balancing out the equation, you balance out it on, or we will later see how we can balance out the redox reactions, but till now this is called potassium ferricyanate. Now, what has been the case here? This potassium, 4 potassium, 3 potassium, that means 1 potassium has been removed, 1 potassium has been removed. Okay. So, this removal of potassium, that is an electropositive element, that we are saying what, an oxidation reaction. So, oxidation reaction is addition of oxygen, you have known, addition of oxygen, or oxygen is also an electronegative atom. So, you can say oxidation is addition of oxygen or addition of any electronegative element or atom. Similarly, removal of hydrogen is oxidation reaction, hydrogen is an electropositive element. So, you can say addition of removal of hydrogen or removal of any electropositive atom, and that will combine as the oxidation reaction. Now, the reduction reaction, the second part you remember of redox reaction was reduction reaction. This reduction reaction is totally opposite to oxidation reaction. What we have studied in the oxidation reaction, totally opposite happens in the reduction reaction. So, what we have studied in oxidation reaction? Let us say oxidation we have studied oxidation was addition of oxygen, right, addition of oxygen. Here we are saying removal of oxygen. Example, we have seen magnesium adding to oxygen, it forms magnesium oxide sulfur. Okay. Similar the reaction for this is, let us say we are heating any oxide, it will give Hg plus O2. This is removal of oxygen. Oxygen has been removed from the mercurous oxide to form mercury and oxygen gas. So, oxygen has been removed from the mercurous oxide. This is known as reduction reaction. Second we studied in oxidation reaction is removal of hydrogen. The example we have seen is CH4 plus O2 gives CO2 plus H2. I am considering the complete combustion here, and you balance out the equation. You have already studied how to balance the any chemical equation, right. In reduction, if in oxidation means removal of hydrogen, reduction will mean addition of hydrogen, addition of hydrogen. How it is? Let us say I am taking an example of alkene and hydrogen has been added to this, and this will form CH3 CH3. This is ethene and this is ethane. Okay. So, hydrogen has been added to the ethene molecule to form ethane, and this is termed as reduction reaction. Hydrogen has been added to your substrate. Third we studied is addition of any electronegative element or atom. Example we have seen magnesium. Example we have seen, for example we have seen magnesium reacting with F2 Cl2 or say sulfur to form MgF2 MgCl2 and Mgs. So, this has been addition of electronegative atom oxidation reaction. In this case, let us take example, this is removal of electronegative element. That means, electronegative element has been removed. For example, FeCl3, this is called ferric chloride, this is called ferric chloride. This reacting with hydrogen will give FeCl2 plus HCl. So, this one Cl has been removed, one Cl has been, if you see, one Cl has been removed from there, 2 Cl and 3 Cl. So, there has been one removal of Cl, 1 Cl minus removal of 1 Cl atom. Okay. So, the in an electronegative atom chlorine has been removed from the ferric chloride to give, this is called ferrous chloride, this is called ferrous chloride. Ferrous chloride. Okay. So, this is now also termed as reduction reaction. Final, what we have studied for oxidation is oxidation and reduction. So, the fourth thing was what we have studied, addition of any electronegative element. Now, what was removal of any electropositive, and here we have studied the case of potassium ferrocyanate reacting with H2O2 to give potassium ferricyanide. Right, where one potassium has been, one potassium less, one potassium has been removed, and that has been formed KOH. Similarly, in reduction, again the complementary thing, that is addition of any electropositive element. Example, addition of any electropositive element, let us say okay. So, this is one of the reaction I am balancing out because we need to study this reaction in deep. Okay. So, this has been a example of reduction reaction. How it is an example of reduction reaction? If you see this HgCl2 and this is Hg2Cl2. So, there is 1 mercury, 1 or mercury is an electropositive element, we know. And this is 2 mercury atoms. That means, from going to left and right we have added of 1 mercury atom, that is an electropositive atom. So, this addition of 1 mercury atom, that is electropositive atom, this is known as reduction. Okay. So, in this lecture what we have studied is we have studied the redox reaction. We started with the redox. We said that redox has been comprised of two words, that is reduction and oxidation. We started with the things oxidation. So, concluding the thing what we have studied in the oxidation reaction is that oxidation is addition of oxygen, whereas reduction is removal of oxygen. Oxidation is removal of hydrogen, whereas reduction is addition of hydrogen. Oxidation, we are adding an electronegative element as similar as oxygen, while in reduction we are removing any electronegative element. In oxidation we are removing an electropositive atom, in reduction we are adding any electropositive element. So, you must be thinking till now is that oxidation and reduction are two complementary things, one goes for the other. In detail we will study how these two reactions combinedly goes, and later things we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you so much.